What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism. Remember to follow on TikTok, like and subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, let's get into this one. Got some interesting news. This news, I believe, broke yesterday, sometime last night. And it's good news that Anthony Yarde will be back to boxing, will make his return to the ring um, in the 19th of this month. So he's going to be the in the chief support bout for the Azim versus O'Hara Davies bout, which is going to be taking place in East London at the Copper Box Arena, which is very prominent these days. Johnny Fisher's filled it out multiple times. It was very prominent in the Olympic Games as well. It's a good arena in East London. So Yard is going to make his comeback on the undercard of that. He's going to be chief support, as I've said. The opponent is yet to be announced. But the interesting thing about this news is that Yard is now at least working with Sky Sports Boxing and I guess by extension Ben Shalom, because this is a Ben Shalom card. Adam Azim is a fighter, a boxer fighter, signed with Ben Shalom's boxer promotions. So it looks like, for all intents and purposes, that Anthony Yarde, whether he's or not he's signed to boxer, he's definitely working with them. It could be a deal where it's kind of fight by fight. I'm not too sure about that. It could be something similar to Chris Eubank Jr.'s deal, where you've got a bit more control. But for all intents and purposes, Anthony Yarde is working with Sky Sports now and working with Boxer. And in some sense, I think this is, in one sense, I think this is going to be good in that at least now one of the fights that we as fans, especially British fans, have wanted to see for a long time has been Joshua Buatsi versus Anthony Yarde. So with these guys now being signed by now at least working with the same promoter, and we know Buatsi is also signed to Ben Shalom and Boxer, this will now make their fight very easy to make. And I mean, maybe it's one of those moves whereby Yard is strategically doing that to get closer to Buatsi or to make the Buatsi fight easier to make. But presumably, the fact that they're now both working with the same guy, same TV station and everything, same TV channel, as we say nowadays, that fight should be much easier to make. And yeah, it's interesting news. I'm very intrigued to know what this means for Anthony Yarde and Frank Warren, because there was talk of kind of legal action. There was disagreement between Frank Warren and Anthony Yarde, whereby Anthony Yarde and his team were insistent that their contract has finished. Anthony Yarde himself came out and pretty much stated that his contract was finished with Queensbury and he's free now to work with all different promoters. Frank Warren put out a statement. He spoke in an interview and completely disagreed with that, stating that no, Anthony Yarde has got another fight left with me. He has got another fight left on his contract that he has to complete. So it's interesting. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Frank Warren comes out with. I mean, it seems that the fact that this has all been announced means that, I suppose, we can assume that they've come to some sort of terms, some sort of agreements where I don't know whether Frank Warren's been paid for whatever they feel, or maybe Anthony Yarde was correct. It looks like he may have been correct in where he was saying that there's nothing left on his contract. But we know in the past Frank Warren has loved a writ and stuff like that, and it's taken multiple fighters to court. So yeah, it's kind of surprising that Anthony Yarde has been able to sort of leave with seemingly without a hitch here. So yeah, it's yeah, good news anyway, because to be honest, it's been so long since we've seen Anthony Yarde in action. I mean, coming up to this fight, you're looking at the best part of 2 years, because he boxed and got beat by Artur Beterbiev in January of 2023, I believe, of January of last year. And we're now in October of 2024. So you're talking by the time he gets in the ring in the 19th, it's about 2 weeks from now, from today, about 2 weeks time. You're looking at the best part of good as 2 years out of the ring. So I think the opponent he's coming back against now will be, someone that's kind of a knockover job, because I think Yard, he is good. I do rate him, but I think even the guy, good as him, they're going to need to knock off some of the ring rust. They're going to need to sort of get their groove back, to get feel things out. So I think whoever he's going to fight is going to be kind of knockover job guy, a guy that's sort of serviceable, a guy that can maybe give him a few rounds, but obviously no one that's any real threat, because I think in this fight, because of the timeout, they'll be there. If I think it would be smart to want to kind of move him quickly, but I think at least in this fight, they've got to kind of just give him a little gimme fight, where he can look good, where he can get the knockout, and then build up his confidence and stuff, and yeah, just go from there. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this. Anthony Yard, working with Sky Sports and Boxer, and coming back on the O'Hara Davies. I keep getting these names wrong. I mean, wrong way round, should I say? Azim versus O'Hara Davies fight October the 19th. So we'll get to the Anthony Yard return after a very long time out of the ring. So let me know your thoughts, and until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.